the greatest works of art are actually the most democratic, because their power speaks across centuries of time. That power to move people, to stir you, to provoke an emotional reaction, that aesthetic reaction, across centuries, across oceans. So that it doesn't take a scholar of Chinese painting to be moved by a great Fan Quan. Anyone on this planet can be moved and will be moved by that painting, just as anyone on this planet can be moved by Michelangelo's David. I am not sure that that the Chinese necessarily need the foreign markets to resupply their museums, because the Chinese the auction business in China itself is very, very active and is a huge business, arguably in terms of dollar volume larger than the auction market outside China. And it's not the Chinese public museums who are competing in the auctions outside China or with the private dealers. These are largely private buyers, or as Melissa suggested, there are people looking for stock for their own things. So I don't think, when I think of what have gone to some Chinese museums, most of them have gone to private buyers who are collectors and don't have a museum, or they've gone to private buyers who have established a museum. One of the most active is Liu Yiqian.
You know, the Chinese are still grieving, many Chinese are still grieving about the great looting that happened in China by foreign troops, especially 1860, the burning of the Yuanmingyuan. Now the interesting thing is, I think at least 80%, if not more, of objects that came out of Yuanmingyuan are now back in China. Not through repatriation by government negotiation, but through the free flow of objects. So free trade, in some ways, is the most efficient way of repatriation rather than any kind of political negotiation.